Evening all. Welcome to the second vlog that I've done of this sort of, if you like, daily affairs from the week and stuff I've noticed. Guys, I will admit, first and foremost, I have been out all day today. I've been up in London. There is a vlog coming out. It's about just under 2 hours, the vlog. It's actually downloading as I talk to you. And I think you're going to enjoy it. I hope you're going to enjoy it. It was certainly good fun. It did get very very busy up in London today, so yeah, we were all pretty knackered, if I'm honest with you. But anyway, let's get on to some stuff that I've just noticed. I actually was doing this on the train when we were going this morning and coming back this afternoon. So hopefully some of it will be of interest to you. First thing that I noticed, the US have already started apparently deporting or trying to deport. Um, I think it was Mexicans they were sort of pointing at, and how Mexico are refusing to let these planes land. So that will probably rumble on, like we have the same problem in this country with the boats coming across and what have you. So yeah, it's a problem everywhere in the world, not just here, not just there. Some welcome news. Hamas released some Israeli female soldiers. I noticed yesterday as well. So that is all positive. That's certainly all moving in the right direction. Nearly all US aid programs worldwide are frozen after Trump order. Now, the headline slightly misleading, although obviously in its entirety that is exactly what's happened, but it's only for 90 days. And apparently it's to work out whether these programs are beneficial to America and about their constitution. So I think I think the whole situation with them pulling out um, who as well, it's got to have an effect on them as well. They're not completely bulletproof. They can't do everything in their country. So it's a bit of a shame that he's done it. Obviously, I don't know whether any Americans would have any comments to make. Please feel free to in the chat box. But I think as a population of the world, we should all be sort of doing stuff. I agree it should be done in a fair way. So that's certainly something that I do agree with. But I do think we should all be pulling in the same direction, reference global health. The Southport stabbing, Axel Rudabana, they received the second longest sentence, quite frankly, after what's gone on. I've always said I'm not going to be political, but I'll give an opinion. He should be put in prison and never come out after what he did. So I do agree. I tend to agree with what people are saying about the sentence seems too lenient. I agree with that. How would you feel if that was your child? I know how I'd feel if it was my child. So it is certainly something that certainly needs addressing. After the storms on Friday, obviously we've had the bad weather today. Today is Sunday evening. But they were saying about a Stingjet over Ireland behind the storm, with these 114-mile-an-hour winds. Quite astonishing, some of the pictures and videos that were coming from Ireland and other places about the sort of roofs being ripped off places. And I think I heard today, I'll have a look in a minute, but yeah, there was some live news about a tree had come down on a car today. Just terrible stuff, that happens in these storms. I mean, I've always said, and I said in a vlog just after Christmas when it snowed, if you don't need to go out, don't go out. I know it's easy to say, but people need to sort of take heed as much as they can. Auschwitz survivor fears the world hasn't learned from World War II ahead of the 80th anniversary. You got to say you've got to agree, haven't you? Really, we seem to as humanity, make the same mistakes over and over and over again. And it's, it's quite sad, really. When you think about the wars that are going on around the world as well at the moment, it's, it's pretty shocking. And, these people that have lived through it, you've got to listen to them, I think, because, they've been there and unfortunately seen, all the horrible stuff that's going on. So, it's, horrible, really. A guy has been banned from attending football matches after racially abusing. I think that is a Watford player. I can't quite see the whole article, but whatever the scenario, the fan has been barred from all football stadiums, I believe. Thousands of endangered tortoises rescued after the floods in Madagascar. Now that's off the back of the I think they call it typhoon in that part of the world. Basically, it flooded parts of the island, and these tortoises floated out of wherever they were and had to be rescued. So yeah, it's good for them that they've managed to rescue them, or have rescued as many as they can. Obviously, it doesn't really give you the information as to whether how many have been rescued and not. But yeah, it's good for them. Just going back to the Southport business, there was an article saying about the tech companies risk another Southport if extreme content isn't removed. Now, again, I think we all have a responsibility here with this sort of stuff. Not just internet companies, but people as a whole. When these sort of riots started, after that, the intention of what they're, protesting about, is right, correct. But there's ways of doing it in the right way, I think. And so I think we've all got a responsibility to do the right thing. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. But I don't think it's just tech companies that have got that responsibility to be fair, although they have got a lot of power because of the pickup that they've got from all ages of people. So just another article I saw. My mother sacrificed herself for me, escaping from the train of death. Now, I read a little bit of this article, and the long and short of it was that the mother and daughter, I believe, were being taken off to Auschwitz, and somehow the daughter got off the train between where they'd gone from, which I think was from somewhere in Belgium, I believe. I read, and she's telling her story now. So that's sort of basically it from the weekend, sort of stuff that I've sort of noticed. The sport this weekend, very briefly, start with yesterday. Liverpool winning 4-1 at Anfield against Ipswich. Stevenage, my other team, winning 1-0. That's a rarity. Bournemouth beating Nottingham Forest 5-0. I mean, it's just a crazy result, isn't it, really? Nottingham Forest have got one of the best defences in the league, if not the best. To lose 5-0, that's unreal. Everton winning away at Brighton. Newcastle beating Southampton, no shock there. Arsenal beating Wolves 1-0. That was a contentious game, wasn't it? Because of these red cards. I've not actually seen them yet. Sorry, I tell you a lie. I have seen the Arsenal red card, and I do think it was outrageous. I didn't see the other red card, and I've obviously not seen too much of what Arteta's been saying, but I understand clearly he's not a happy chappy. Man City beating Chelsea after Chelsea going 1-0 up, and quite frankly, Chelsea could have run away with that game. It was unbelievable, the turnaround in that game. Today, I believe, my phone isn't loading up now. I believe Tottenham lost to Leicester at home. Sorry, it's just loaded up now. Yes, they have. Crystal Palace lost at home to Brentford. Aston Villa and West Ham drew 1-1. And as we speak, on 52 minutes, Fulham are drawing with Man United 0-0. So yeah, much as it was in the league table from the point of view of Liverpool and Arsenal, obviously Nottingham Forest have dropped off after the loss yesterday. I think that basically is it, guys. As I say, I hope you can look forward to the vlog that is coming out. It will probably be tomorrow because it's looking like it's having a bit of a wobbly at the minute, which I'm gonna have to try and have a look at in a bit. But yeah, hopefully that'll be on tomorrow afternoon, probably now. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I know there's not much of it left now. I don't think it's gonna be long before I go to bed, as we did about 8.5 miles today. We're pretty knackered, but I hope you'll enjoy the vlog. As I say, when you come out, you can walk with us without the pain. So do hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch up soon. Cheers, guys, and keep it real.